For the past few weeks, we've been exploring the work of independent fashion designers on rise here in Shanghai. And today, let's meet our third designer with a simple approach to footwear built for the city.
As the fashion center of China, Shanghai has always attracted numerous talented designers coming from all across the world. Over the last 2 weeks, we introduced you to clothing designer Li Xingyi and jewelry designer Wu Yiyun. Today, we're going to meet shoe designer Sheila and talk to her about shoes. After 3 years studying fashion in Milan, Sheila was invited by her friend Charles to come to Shanghai and start their own shoe business here.
Basically, he was the one who arrived first, and when he arrived, at that time it was 2009, the environment was very inspiring in Shanghai because it was right before the expo, and it was also a period where a lot of the young entrepreneurs were coming to Shanghai in particular to start their own business. Also, Charlie felt very inspired by the city and by the environment, and he wanted to start something, and he asked me to join him because of my fashion background. So it was better, of course, to start something with someone you know very well, and Charlie and I know each other for 15 years, so I accepted right away. We all started kind of like in a very relaxed way because we were just very excited on doing something, but it was the moment that was giving us all this energy.
While gaining some basics on the field, Sheila did a footwear course to learn detailed knowledge of the production of shoes. The first pair of shoes labeled Charles Philip Shanghai was a classic slipper series named Lizette.
This is our classic slipper. It's what we came out with in 2010. Actually, our first collection was summer 2011, but of course you start a year ahead to design. And at the time in the market, it was not so present, this particular construction. It was very, very classical, but we reinvented it and we made it more casual. Of course, it's not that we did something completely new, but we offered it in a way that was not seen before. So this made us get into the market very fast, and it became very popular at the time. And actually, Lizette, it's named after Charlie's mother. She's been very supportive with us from the beginning. She used to be actually fashion editor at Harper's Bazaar for 15 years, so she was definitely from the beginning our best supporter, and we wanted to dedicate the first style to her, of course.
When it comes to shoes, the most important thing is always comfort. Sheila knows exactly what parts they need to be sensitive about and what they should do to make their shoes as comfortable as possible.
The most important part of the shoe is the back, because when you walk, the shoe needs to be held on the back to the foot. So that's the first part where you feel if there's any problem. We actually used to have some issues at the beginning. Now, luckily, we fixed everything. Then, of course, the size. The size always has to be true to fit. Depending on the market you sell in, there's a different fitting. The US foot has a different fitting, the European foot has a different fitting, the Asian foot as well. All feet are different, so it's very, very complicated to make sure that you make a shoe that would fit all the countries. But anyways, every time we design, we always start making a sample, and then we have some fit and trials until we get to the final shape, and we make sure that the shoe is comfortable.
I have about 4 pairs, and I started buying them last year around September. So it's been repeated coming back and visiting the store ever since then. They're so comfortable. They grow on your feet. The more you wear it, the more comfortable it gets and soft. And you just don't feel like you're wearing the shoes. This one is really special to me because I chose my own style and my own color, which is salmon pink, and then my tassels. The material is suede. This material looks really elegant, and I have a lot of meetings for work. It looks really good on your feet.
Speaking of materials, instead of traditionally thick materials like leather, from their very first collection, Sheila chose very thin fabrics to make their shoes.
Well, for example, this is something very new that we started on this season. It's a rubber upper material. It's a very light and soft material. We designed digitally the print, and then we design the upper or the shape, and then we have it print by our supplier. We don't really see the result until we have the upper in our hands, so sometimes we couldn't imagine they come out, some problems they come out after, so we have to remake the design and reprint again. So we are kind of like pushing it a lot right now because we're the first ones who are introducing this kind of technique in the market.
It's never easy to run an independent designer brand, and there are all kinds of difficulties along the way. And Sheila admits they feel the challenge of offering the market something new one after another. But with talent and effort, we're sure to see more chic and cool designs from Sheila very soon.